Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for August 5th, read by Kate P. from Edinburgh, Scotland. AA Thoughts for the Day. Fellowship. The fellowship I found in AA enabled me to face my problem honestly and squarely. I couldn't do it among my relatives. I couldn't do it among my friends. No one likes to admit they're a drunk, that they can't control this thing. But when we come into AA, we can face our problem honestly and openly. I went to closed meetings and open meetings, and I took everything that AA had to give me. It was at that point I reached surrender. Alcoholics Anonymous, 4th edition, page 340. Thought to consider. We honor the spirit in other people when we listen to them. Acronyms. HOW. Honest, open-minded, and willing. Just for today. Everybody gains. Tradition 8. Alcoholics Anonymous should remain non-professional, but our service centres may employ special workers. It is significant, now that almost no AA in our fellowship breaks anonymity at the public level, that nearly all these fears have subsided. We can see that we have no right or need to discourage AAs who wish to work as individuals in these wider fields. It would be actually antisocial were we to forbid them. We cannot declare AA such a closed corporation that we keep our knowledge and experience top secret. If an AA member acting as a citizen can become a better researcher, educator, personnel officer, then why not? Everybody gains, and we have lost nothing. True, some of the projects to which AAs have attached themselves have been ill-conceived, but that makes not the slightest difference with the principle involved. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 171. Daily Reflections. Listening deeply. How persistently we claim the right to decide all by ourselves just what we shall think and just how we shall act. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 37. If I accept and act upon the advice of those who have made the program work for themselves, I have a chance to outgrow the limits of the past. Some problems will shrink to nothingness, while others may require patient, well-thought-out action. Listening deeply when others share can develop intuition in handling problems which arise unexpectedly. It is usually best for me to avoid impetuous action. Attending a meeting or calling a fellow AA member will usually reduce tension enough to bring relief to a desperate sufferer like me. Sharing problems at meetings with other alcoholics to whom I relate, or privately with my sponsor, can change aspects of the positions in which I find myself. Character defects are identified, and I begin to see how they work against me. When I put my faith in the spiritual power of the program, when I trust others to teach me what I need to do to have a better life, I find that I can trust myself to do what is necessary. As Bill sees it, Hope Born from Hopelessness, letter to Dr. Carl Jung. Most conversion experiences, whatever their variety, do have a common denominator of ego collapse at depth. The individual faces an impossible dilemma. In my case, the dilemma had been created by my compulsive drinking, and the deep feeling of hopelessness had been vastly deepened by my doctor. It was deepened still more by my alcoholic friend when he acquainted me with your verdict of hopelessness respecting Roland H. In the wake of my spiritual experience, there came a vision of a society of alcoholics. If each sufferer were to carry the news of the scientific hopelessness of alcoholism To each new prospect, he might be able to lay every newcomer wide open to a transforming spiritual experience. This concept proved to be the foundation of such success as AA has since achieved. Grapevine, January 1963. Big Book Quote: more than most people, the alcoholic leads a double life. He is very much the actor. To the outer world, he presents his stage character. This is the one he likes his fellows to see. He wants to enjoy a certain reputation, but knows in his heart he doesn't deserve it. Alcoholics Anonymous, Into Action, page 73. 24 hours a day. AA thought for the day. We in AA are offering a spiritual program. The fundamental basis of AA is belief in some power greater than ourselves. This belief takes us off the center of the universe and allows us to transfer our problems to some power outside of ourselves. We turn to this power for the strength we need to get sober and stay sober. We put our drink problem in God's hands and leave it there. We stop trying to run our own life and seek to let God run it for us. Do I do my best to give spiritual help? Meditation for the day. God is your healer and your strength. You do not have to ask him to come to you. He is always with you in spirit. At your moment of need, he is there to help you. Could you know God's love and his desire to help you, you would know that he needs no pleading for help. Your need is God's opportunity. You must learn to rely on God's strength whenever you need it. Whenever you feel inadequate to any situation, you should realize that the feeling of inadequacy is disloyalty to God. Just say to yourself, I know that God is with me and will help me to think and say and do the right thing. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may never feel inadequate to any situation. I pray that I may be buoyed up by the feeling that God is with me. Hazelton Foundation, P.O. Box 176, Center City, Minnesota 55012. This is Kate, alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952 through 2001.